Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I try to bring to your attention fragrances are usually very good value for money. They smell good. They're usually under the radar. Not many people talk about them. I think at least you should do research time for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So in this video I have another unboxing and first impression for you, and this is the house or the brand Ralph Lauren. Ralph Lauren is a designer brand from the United States. They are very famous. They are very well known, so they don't need introduction. And they have super extensive perfume lineup in their portfolio. Probably around I don't know, 30-40 perfumes, both for ladies and men together, maybe even more than that. They started with a big impression with Polo, the original 1978, and that was a big hit. And since then it has been very well received in the fragrance community. Many people love that Polo, the original, or these days they call it Polo Green. But unfortunately it's been reformulated many times, and it's okay. It's still quite nice, quite good, but it's nothing like the original in when it came out first. So this beauty is called Ralph Lauren Polo, and this is Oud EDP and is 125 ml. Came out last year, so it's about a year old. And because it has got the name Oud in it, I am super curious. So the second I saw it for a good price, I had to get it. So this one retails for £125 in United Kingdom, but you can find it discounted here and there. Not too much, maybe around 20-30% discount, which is still not bad compared to other brands. And sometimes you can even find it a little bit cheaper, but you have to be patient, do your research and Google it, see if it comes up and how much it goes for in your area. So before I do the unboxing, please, if you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable or entertaining, please don't forget to hit those buttons. This way you help me, encourage me, motivate me to bring you fragrances like this in future that nobody else is talking about. They're amazing value for money, they smell great, and they could be hidden gems. This could be a hidden gem. Let's see. So let's start. When you do unboxing, you can't do anything about the noise. Sorry about that. So Ralph Lauren, in terms of presentation, they are quite unique, and also they quite on the simplistic side. So they are on the minimalistic, simplistic, but they have their own design, which is quite unique. So the box, as always, a very simple box, nothing to brag about, but it does the job perfectly, which is protecting the bottle and giving the information. So attention to detail is not bad. I like the Polo with the horse, the Polo, the person on the horse with the Polo in his hand, which is iconic, which is very nice, and it's got gold and dark green color. And yeah, the bottles are quite nice, as I said, quite on the unique side of design. So they went with the old-fashioned bottle, which is very nice. I love the bottling on these ones. Again, quite on the simple side, nothing to brag about, but look, beautiful logo of the Polo. Again, it says Oud on it. The cap is plastic for this price, £125, but nevertheless, let's see. Atomizer is gold and modern, and it says RL on it for Ralph Lauren. And here we go. Good atomizer. It's not pressurized, but it's very good. Okay, so how is Ralph Lauren Oud EDP 125 ml? This is released I think early 2024, and here we go. First impression. Whoa, beautiful. Goodness me, this is a beauty. So first thing first, the original, yeah, the original DNA is to some extent is retained here, which is very surprising. It's very green, it's spicy, it's incensey, and they added oud to it. And the oud in here is an oud accord. Obviously, you know, there's no real oud in here. Real oud will cost you, a gram of real oud will cost you about 200-300 pounds. So it's an impression of oud, but it's a very, very good one. So it's a very good quality oud accord in here. Yeah, it's very resinous, it's very warm in the base. The oud in here is very clean. This is a modern take on or Western take on oud, obviously, because you know their customers are mainly Westerners, so they don't want to make it too challenging, too funky for their customers, and this is understandable. I love it because although the oud is very clean, the oud accord is very clean in here, but it is very well done. It's very rounded, it's very smooth, it's very well put together. I smell a big tobacco in here. So it's, the tobacco in here is a little bit on the honey side, a little bit on the sweet side, a little bit on the pipe side. A hint of smokiness, not too much right now for the first impression. And also deep dense amber in here. So the amber in here is very deep, it's very dense, it's very thick, it's very gooey, it's quite sweet, it's very spicy, and hint of darkness in here, not too much. From 0 to 10, 10 being the darkest, and that is Encre Noir by Lalique, that is the benchmark. This is around 5, so it is on the moderate side of darkness, not too much. The coloring is actually very appropriate here. It is quite green in the same time. I'm smelling grassy aspect, I'm smelling herbal aspect, I'm smelling some leafy aspects. There is some balsamicness to it, there is a little bit of camphousness to it as well. Wow, beautiful, gorgeous. I'm smelling a hint of leather in the base as well, which is very soft at the moment. This is a soft leather, more like suede than rather than leather, but it is very noticeable. And when he opened up a hint of dry fruitiness to it. I'm not sure if there's fruit according here as well. Let's see what they say in terms of note breakdown. So this is according to Fragrantica. It came out late 2023, and at the moment it's got a very, very high rating, which is for Fragrantica, it is quite impressive. It's got 4.34, so it is very high, and for a good reason. Okay, on top we have pink pepper and clary sage. Yes, clary sage definitely, pink pepper as well, but the pink pepper is here very soft, so it didn't open up super huge, but it is very soft, but it's peppery. It's a little bit on the berry side of things, and this is why I said there's a little bit of fruitiness into it. So it's coming from that pink pepper, because sometimes pink pepper give a little bit of berry smell to it as well. So it is berry, it is peppery, it is spicy, and the clary sage here giving it that greenness, so it's very, very green body to it. In the mid we have rose, orange and cinnamon. Definitely I'm smelling, yeah, the rose is quite prominent, but it's not a huge rose in terms of making it floral. Okay, so it is an aspect of it and it's playing very well, and it's a big aspect of it, but it's not overly floral. So they done a very good job of balancing acts in here. I'm not sure who put this perfume together, but whoever it is, wow, 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 what a perfumery, what a knowledge, what a experience in terms of perfumery in here. The cinnamon is definitely there. Yeah, big cinnamon. I'm smelling something like nutmeg as well, so cinnamon nutmeg combination to give it that beautiful spicy aspect. The orange in here again is not a huge player, but it is there. It is very zesty. When it opened up I was thinking maybe there's a Bergamot lemon, but it is an orange. And orange in here is like an orange peel, so it's like you're scratching the orange peel and you're smelling it. Very, very nicely done. Again, very zesty, very juicy. In the base we have oud, incense, Guaiac wood, patchouli and vetiver, and all of this I get again. So oud in here, again, the oud accord is very clean, is most westernized, it's safe, it's very how shall we put it, it's not challenging, it's not barnyard, it's not you know, animalic or any of them. And maybe a very tiny hint of animalicness in here. Maybe it's a combination of the patchouli and the oud in here, giving it a little bit of very small amount of animalicness. So yes, oud is quite apparent, the warmth, the resins of the wood, and it's very, very woody. So this perfume overall is super woody. So you know, you need to like your woody aspect of perfumes to like this. Is like a very realistic wood shave, wood chop, wood cut smell to it. The incense in here is very apparent again. Yeah, very, very incensey, but again, not too much to making it, you know, quite challenging. So again, it's westernized, it's modernized, it's made for a popular demand, for crowd pleasers, for people who like this kind of fragrances, but they don't want to be too radical to their nose. The Guaiac wood, again, giving another aspect of woodiness, which is very, very creamy and nice in here. The patchouli is very big in here, and the patchouli is a variety of chocolatey, earthy, dark patchouli and leafy patchouli in here as well. And so is the vetiver. Vetiver is very grassy, green, and also a little bit on the dark side as well. So the coloring is very appropriate. The dark green, it is what you're getting in here, and is absolutely enjoyable, beautiful. Yeah, gorgeous, gorgeous perfume. What they're not mentioning is a big tobacco accord in here. I'm smelling distinctly a tobacco accord, and also I'm smelling something like saffron, maybe even leather. So there's a deeper spiciness to it, which is probably they're not mentioning in note breakdown. That is from the saffron and giving it a little bit of the leathery feel to it as well. So what a beauty, absolutely gorgeous. £125 is justifiable, maybe. If you can find it on discount, this is a gorgeous fragrance, especially if you like it modernized, if you like it on the western side of perfumery, if you like it to be moderate, not too much. Nothing in here is challenging, nothing in here too much, nothing in here it give you a shock or anything like that. It makes it funky or anything like that. So it's very, very well done in that term, which is mass appealing. But in the same time, it's not a mass appealing because there are so many heavy hitters in here. It could be a little bit too much for a young nose or somebody who is a novice into perfumery or perfumes. So overall, I highly recommend it. It's just beauty. This is up my alley. I'm absolutely loving it. This is one of the better done perfumes from the house of Ralph Lauren. I used to have few Ralph Lauren in my perfume journeys, but unfortunately lately they've been lacking. No, they're not making very anything that I like, you know, in terms of my taste. But this one, absolutely yes. So with this one is like a big redemption for them. I'm absolutely loving it. If you enjoy what I described, this is a beauty in a bottle. Very well done, very smooth, very rounded, very well put together, very well mixed, very very good knowledge of perfumery in here. You can tell people who put this perfume together, they have a good knowledge of perfumery. Is absolutely divine. So overall, I'll give you a short summary of what I'm smelling for a first impression. This is definitely woody and more woody, so you need to like your woody perfumes to enjoy this. Very warm, spicy, and that is combination of spices like saffron, like cinnamon, nutmeg, and these were making it very deep spicy smell to it. The oud accord in here is quite apparent. It's very big, but it's very clean and it's very westernized and modernized, so it's not nothing challenging in here, but you still can feel the warmth and the resins of that oud. Rose in here is another big player, but overall this perfume is not floral perfume. Okay, so it is an aspect of it, yes, but it's not making it a floral. And the rose in here is a middle of the road. It's not a very dark rose, and it's not a very bright rose, and also it's not a jammy rose, it's not a fresh rose, but it is in bang in the middle rose, middle of the rose if you like. And a hint of smokiness to it, which is mainly coming from that incense. And amber in here is quite deep, dark, dense, and gooey and sticky and dark and little bit of that resinous and spicy amber in here. Overall, the sweetness in here, for the first impression, 0 to 10 being the sweetest, this is around 6 to 7. So it is a little bit of sweetness in here, but it's not overly sweet, which is, again, that is another aspect of this perfume which is very, very appealing. Because they done everything in here is done in moderation, is done in balancing act, is done very well. So there's nothing out of place, there's nothing too much, there's nothing too little. Citruses is beautiful, zesty orange in the beginning, which is making it very, very appealing and juicy and zesty, plus that pink pepper giving it a little bit of that berry feel, plus the pepperiness of it as well. Cinnamon is, as I mentioned, one of the biggest player in terms of the spices. Hint of balsamicness, hint of camphorusousness to it as well, and a hint of animalicness, very, very tiny amount of animalicness in here as well. And also don't forget the leather and the tobacco accord in here, which are very, very apparent to my nose. So it's a very complex perfume, very well put together, very well done. If you like this kind of perfumes, absolutely gorgeous. I give it 2 thumbs up for the first impression. For my taste, for my age, for my experience, this is a beauty in a bottle. I paid less than £75 for it, and for that price is very beautiful perfume. There is a DNA of the original Polo in here as well. If you are a big fan of the Polo original, but you like it a little bit more modernized, a little bit more up to date, this is another aspect of it which is very, very appealing to I know that Polo Green or Polo the original had a huge following. So if you are one of those people, you must try this. As always, don't blind buy things, because I never recommend blind buy for obvious reasons. We all have different experience in life, we all have different taste, we all have different skin, different climate, different cultural upbringing, different background, on so on and so forth. And all these things makes you as an individual, what you like and what you dislike, quite unique to everybody else. So if you can find to try it before you buy it, even better. Maybe a decant, maybe a sample, maybe you go to a shop that they have this one in stock and you can try it there. If you can't and you're going blind buy, that is your decision. But for me, this is a gorgeous fragrance. I'll give it 10 out of 10 for that opening. Beautiful perfume, beautiful ingredients in here, very well done, very well put together, and absolutely gorgeous for my taste, for my age, and for my experience. Okay guys, if you have it, if you know it, if you tried it, let us know your experience. That would be useful for others to read. If you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable, or entertaining, please don't forget to hit those buttons. This way you help me, encourage me, you motivate me to bring you fragrances like this in future that nobody else is talking about. They're amazing value for money, they smell great, and they are hidden gems, and this beauty is definitely a hidden gem. Let's see how is the performance. If the performance is good, mamma mia, this is a absolute banger. If you are interested to purchase one of my own perfumes and get something very beautiful in return and support me that way, you could do that, but you need to live in the United Kingdom in order to do so. I leave them in the link. My perfumes are huge in terms of performance, they are massive. In terms of personality, they are great, and they are very artistic, very unique, and I put more than 60% pure perfume oils in my perfumes, which is unheard of, and that makes them huge, bold, and very, very long lasting. As always, thank you very much for your watching. Thank you very much for your love and support, and I'll see you later. Bye.